Your strategy is pretty much everything that we talked about, but you customize it based on who you are. So your strengths, your interests, and your vision, your values, all of those things put together, your appearance will build exactly what your own personal brand strategy will be. Next. That's it. So go home and do all the work. I hope you were able to learn something. I know, guys, I have to rush, but thank you for having me, and God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I want to use this time to appreciate Dami. Let's give Dami a round of applause. I learned a lot of things. I hope we all do as well. I also want to appreciate Ms. Shadi Talks. Thank you, Shadi Talks, and thank you everybody for attending. I want to give a few minutes for question and answers. So if you have any question about all the things that they've spoken to us about, then now is a good time to, I will monitor online as well. So thank you very much. Please introduce yourself by starting with your name. Thank you. Go ahead.
Agman Mahabari is my name. The question is somehow connected to this two speaker. Selling yourself, gesticulating like you are in front of an interviewer. What is the proper place? Because I have two views. Example is what are your achievements? Some say don't count on your fingers. So how do you carry yourself to sell your message? Why I'm asking this question is sometime you go back in school, the best student in that department, they went for an interview and he failed. They said it was the way he carried himself, but he was the best. So what is the best way you carry yourself to sell it?
Thank you. I'll take that part first. So when you go, sometimes the smartest person in the room is not always the best person for the job, and I'll tell you why. You can have somebody that's the smartest person on the team, that is, you all know he's smart, but the person doesn't know how to, in your words, sell themselves. So when you now meet them, you don't even know that they're as smart as they are. Now when you go to an interview, for example, and they ask you, they ask you questions, if you need to, the end of the day for every interview, when you are yourself, like now it's kind of fashionable to say bring your whole self to work. Many of us have been bringing our whole selves to work a long time ago. They just didn't see it, right? So what you want to do is first of all, just feel comfortable however you are comfortable. Now if you're interviewing, for example, you see you have your legs crossed. I have my legs crossed. If you are more comfortable sitting with your legs crossed in an interview, do that. Just because everybody else is sitting like this doesn't mean you have to do, because then it changes how you are. So it's usually when you're comfortable speaking about yourself, and then also being able to, I would say, just being able to, I always say keep it simple. Some people think when they come and they speak big, big words, and they use grammar. You don't need it. Anytime you're speaking, talk as if you're speaking to 11-year-olds. If an 11-year-old that has never heard what you're talking about comes to you and they understand what you're saying, you've done your job. That's what you want to remember. So it's not just the being smart, it's also being able to convey that you are smart. And how you do that, it's not by saying I have a PhD and MBA. And we have people that have PhDs that you would walk right by them, you never know they're smart because they didn't tell you or you didn't see it. And sometimes it's also how you carry yourself when you're in the course of doing business. So for interviews, it really is just figure out what is important to your interviewer. And 9 times out of 10, they will tell you in that must-have section.